And let me say this in English so you can understand what I'm saying.
I have translation.
No, I know you have translation, but I just want to make sure you get it right. There will come a day that we will see far more radical extremists and terrorists coming out of Europe because of lack of decision-making, trying to be politically correct, or assuming that they know the Middle East and they know Islam and they know the others far better than we do. And I'm sorry, but that's pure ignorance.
If they're not a German citizen or French citizen or British citizen, deport them. That's what we would do. If they're your citizen, then stop them from preaching. We have a policy in Saudi Arabia of zero tolerance for extremists. If somebody is an imam in a mosque and is preaching hate and violence, they get reprimanded, reprogrammed, and then dismissed if it doesn't work. And we've dismissed thousands of them. And I say to people...
In 2017, the UAE foreign minister tried to warn the West.
That's in English, so you can understand what I'm saying. There will come a day that we will see far more radical extremists and terrorists coming out of Europe because of lack of decision-making, trying to be politically correct, or assuming that they know the Middle East and they know Islam and they know the others far better than we do. And I'm sorry, but that's pure ignorance.
This was in 2017, where he warned the West of what's to come, where more terrorists, more radical Islamic extremists will be coming out of Europe and the West than in the Middle East. Why? Is because we let them in. And when they're criticized, we call it Islamophobia. This is how the takeover happens. And this is from a Muslim UAE foreign minister warning you of these radicals. But I guess Europe didn't listen. Looks like the United States ain't listening either. What's your take?
So guys, I want you to watch this video, which is a warning that was sent back in 2017 by UAE Prime Minister. Want you to watch this video, guys, and want to do...
UAE warned Europe about this nearly a decade ago, but nobody listened. In 2017, the UAE foreign minister said there would come a day when Europe would see more extremists and terrorists because politicians were too afraid to make difficult decisions and too busy being politically correct. Fast forward to today. Last week, I was at a dinner during the ARC conference speaking with Emirati experts, academics, and Muslims who actively oppose Islamist extremism. One comment stuck with me. An Emirati speaker said, in the UAE, we call them extremists. In Britain, you call them activists. Think about that. I told them about things that I've seen on British university campuses, prayer facilities expanding despite existing spaces, student activists trying to shut down debate, people being labelled Islamophobic simply for discussing Islamist extremism. They were genuinely shocked. What surprised me most wasn't hearing from politicians, journalists, or commentators. It was hearing from Muslims. Muslims telling me that Islamist ideology is a growing problem. Muslims warning that organizations linked to political Islam have become influential across parts of Europe. Muslims saying that Britain is making mistakes they recognized years ago. And here's the thing, the biggest victims of Islamist terrorism worldwide are Muslims themselves. So when people try to shut down every conversation by screaming Islamophobia, they're helping nobody. We should defend freedom of religion. We should defend freedom of speech. But we should also be able to discuss extremism openly and honestly. The UAE warned Europe years ago. The question is, are we finally ready to listen?
Dear liberals, I need you to stop talking and start listening to what other people are saying before it gets worse. We have people from these radical extremists, organizations and groups that are coming into our country, and they are radicalizing our youth. And that in return is causing a lot more issues. We should be able to have open and honest discussions without trying to hurt one another. Playing this clip, just listen.
Let me say this in English so you can understand what I'm saying.
I have translation.
No, I know you have translation, but I just want to make sure you get it right. There will come a day that we will see far more radical extremists and terrorists coming out of Europe because of lack of decision-making, trying to be politically correct, or assuming that they know the Middle East and they know Islam and they know the others far better than we do. And I'm sorry, but that's pure ignorance. Let me say,
This is why you need to start listening to what people are saying, because this has been going on for years, and we've had the warnings. We've received warnings, and no one seems to listen because of liberal egos and them not wanting to be wrong. And they just assume everyone is the same and how they see and that's not true. And we need to be careful who we're bringing in and vetting people because of this reason. And they do not want their own people going to England anymore for the schools because of how radicalized their youth are becoming because of the radical extremists that we've let into the country.
There could be a possible rapid escalation in the Middle East, and so now embassies are putting warnings on their websites. These embassies include everything from Jordan, Iraq, Lebanon, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, the UAE, Bahrain, Kuwait, and Oman. Embassies are warning Americans to reconsider traveling to the Middle East, exercise extreme caution if you are here, and prepare for commercial flights to be canceled or airspace closed with little warning. Also telling Americans to avoid large crowds, stay away from military sites, and keep their passports on them at all times. Now, this does not mean that the United States is saying that there's going to be some kind of mass evacuation, nor does it say that an attack could be happening at any moment. It does come at a time in which Donald Trump right now is deciding whether or not the United States will be stepping things up in the Middle East. Usually when we see U.S. embassies use the same exact messaging in all of their posts, it usually does indicate that the United States is preparing to do some kind of attack inside of.
I have some very important information that I must bring to you, so please pay attention. An Iranian official has said tonight may be the last night of normal life in the Middle East. Based on statements from the Trump regime, it seems quite possible that after months of barbaric threats, tonight will be the last night of normality in Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Bahrain, the UAE, and possibly Oman. If strikes are carried out against Iran's civilian infrastructure, the critical infrastructure of these complicit regimes, along with that of the Zionist regime and perhaps Jordan, will be demolished. People in these regimes should immediately prepare for evacuations. Now, I cannot confirm if this is 100% true, but judging by the way things have been going, it is a likely outcome. So I just wanted to give you the heads up that from tomorrow, things could take a drastic turn. If they do, I'll be here to keep you informed. So,
the Arabs have warned Britain. They truly have. In 2017, 9 years ago, the UAE foreign minister warned Britain. But did they listen? No, because they want this to happen. Watch.
You can understand what I'm saying. Let me say this in English so you can understand what I'm saying.
I have translation.
No, I know you have translation, but I just want to make sure you get it right. There will come a day that we will see far more radical extremists and terrorists coming out of Europe because of lack of decision making, trying to be politically correct, or assuming that they know the Middle East and they know Islam and they know the others far better than we do. And I'm sorry, but that's pure ignorance.
And they warned us so many times. They warned the Brits, they warned the government. They told them many times, but did the government listen? It's as though they knew exactly what they're doing and they wanted it to be this way. This is part of a bleeding plan. What more could it be? What less could it be?
So there was an urgent warning sent out to Trump by Iran talking about sleeper cells in America that are going to wake up and yada, 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 right? But I just wanted to say, like, Trump, people voted for Trump, right? And he said he wasn't going to have any more wars. and all he doing is starting wars. Listen, half of America don't want to be here. Half of America don't agree with what Trump doing. So if y'all come over here, hey, go get him. Go leave us alone. You know what I'm saying? We just trying to get to the bag. We just trying to, you know what I'm saying, feed our kids. Man, if you want to stop the wars, go get that man. Like, leave us alone, bro. Hey, we don't want no smoke with y'all. Iran backed the civil rights. They spoke out about George Floyd. They with it. We don't want no smoke with y'all. That man do. I don't know what he got going on.
So on my last video, I see a lot of people are commenting, Duke, what is your opinion about the war? Do you think it's getting better or do you think it's getting worse? Well, I'm not here to give y'all my opinion about the war. I'm just here to deliver the public information, and then it's up to you to decide if the war is getting better or if it's getting worse. With that being said, the U.S. State Department just issued security alerts for Americans across about 10 Middle East countries, including Israel, Iraq, and Jordan. They said federal officials are warning of a potential for unforeseen escalation and strongly advising U.S. citizens to consider departing immediately or be prepared to leave at a moment's notice. You're going to say, well, what's the rush? They said because tensions are spiking after reports that Iran is threatening strikes on U.S. and Israeli link infrastructure. President Trump has already stated that the U.S. forces will continue to hit Iran very hard. This isn't a drill, y'all. They said with possible flight cancellations and airspace closure on the horizon, getting out fast could become a lot harder. So if you're an American in the region or have loved ones out there, take this seriously and make your plans now. If you didn't know, now you know. And knowing is half the battle. Love y'all. Be safe out there. Big Duke out.
This is a message from the blacks to the Iranian military. We don't have nothing to do with the United States. So please, if there's any way you can leave us out of it, we have a number, we have an email address. Black Twitter is up and running. If you can just tweet us what's going to happen before it happens so that we can move accordingly. We just want to put it out there. The United States does not represent us. Anything they say is being told against our will. We promise you we do not agree with anything they are saying. We as a black community, we have been, oppressed for a very long time. We are all very tired, but we're also a really, really good time. So we just feel like if we can just all get on the same side, if we can just have a little chat before anything happens, not saying anything will happen, but in the event that it does, can the blacks get a heads up first? I just ran the other day, so we really have a lot in common already. We keep inviting people to the cookout, but it's not a real cookout, but for you, we can put a little something on the grill. If there's something that you like, if you like chicken, if you don't eat the red meat, that's fine. We can really throw down with chicken and shrimp. It's really whatever you want. Just let us know ahead of time. So yes, if there's any information that you have, please tweet at Black Twitter, # Black Twitter, so we can spread the word in our community. We won't tell nobody else. We promise you. We don't believe in snitching here. You tell us, it's lips sealed, zipped, put away, key thrown away.
What you are just seeing is tension between these two nations, and actually three right now, like 3 continents, whereby we are talking about Middle East trying to send a warning to both Europe and United States of America. This is the tension between how Arabs are being treated in these particular nations, and this has escalated right now, and things are becoming really kind of uneasy, because you find out that Iranian and the Arabs community, they are trying to say that white Americans or Americans have come to take over their culture and all those sort of things. Like right now, they don't respect their culture, where they are trying to assume they know more about Arabic, and that is something that it should be respected, and that's something that they are demanding what we call a respect towards that move, and they are not backing up down at any given moment. and that has really threatened them. And that is why you see these people and coming out to claim, and those leaders, Muslim leaders, saying that enough is enough. You guys should back up this particular minute, because this is our our Arabic nation, and you should respect us the way we respect your how you rule your regime over there. And that is something that has really impacted a lot of, has brought a lot of changes recently. And there's attention because there's some rumors that is being spread that Americans are not allowed in Middle East, which that's not true. If I'm not sure of that. I don't want to claim that is something that I know, but there's something, rumors escalating towards that direction, and that there's that kind of little tension that is happening right this particular minute. And you have just heard from a certain lady saying that she had that she's not sure also, but there's some tension between how they wanted to, like, I don't know, they didn't want to allow Americans in Middle East, but that's just a rumor. That's nothing to be to complete. But guys, I just want to ask you guys, what do you think about this video? What do you think Arab should do, or America should do, to end this particular issue? Because back then they have been having a good relationship between Arabs, Americans, and people from Europe. They have been having a good relationship. And when it comes to business, Arabs have always been supplying oil or the fuel to America, and America has always been supplying good products like electronics, those kind of things, to Middle East. And it has always been a good relation between these two nations. And I think there's something need to be done, because I don't see it in a bad way, whereby people uniting and coming back to do a business once more and continuing the good relationship that they have been having back then. So do you think this warning has, because you have just heard that they were warned and they never took it like personally. They ignored. Okay, that is what it's being claimed. Let me know, guys, what you think about this video. Let me know in the comment section. I'll be happy to read your comments. And guys, remember, this video is for educational and creating awareness, so that you guys can know what's happening in the world today. And remember, guys, some of these videos that you are seeing here belongs to the original creators, who deserves credit for making them possible. So thank you so much, guys, for watching up to this point. I just want to kindly ask you politely to hit the subscribe button if it's the first time watching this video, and maybe you haven't subscribed yet. Kindly consider subscribing. Let me know what you think about this video, and also give it a like. Thank you so much for watching up to this point. Stay tuned. We have another video which is coming so soon. So until next time, have a great morning, have a great afternoon, and peace, guys. I wish you all the very best. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.